I'm doing good. Tell everybody who you are and what you do, please.
Okay, it's the second time I call to the show. My name is Hector Lopez. I'm an information security ethical hacker from Mexico.
Now, I'm going to go ahead and do this. We have about 2 minutes left in the show, but we're going to keep going. If you're listening to us on Dream Chasers Radio today, once the show has finished, the remaining piece of this show will be eligible for listening. We're going to go off the air in 2 minutes, but we're going to continue this show. Hector, thank you so much for calling back. The last time we talked to you, there was a situation in Mexico about the cyber hacking and all that. Tell us all the stuff you've been doing since we spoke with you last.
Yeah, well, the things are going a little better in Mexico because in the last days, the federal police launched like a cybersecurity defense strategy or something like that. That is in where all the information security organizations in Mexico are going to collaborate in order to keep us more secure, in order to doing the banks and the security and the government security. So we have like a Congress, and all the people are going to be more exchanging more ideas in order to create a better environment.
Wow. That's it. Now, how intense is it getting there since all this has become such a big issue?
Yeah, well, I think that the problem in these days are the cars are getting hacked now. We have like car hacking now, and we don't know about it, and the people from the companies in the cars don't have information security awareness. And the other thing that is a little bit concerned is about the aircrafts. In the last days, the Homeland Security Department demonstrate that the Boeing airplane can be hacked. Maybe we need to increase more the security because there are like a lot of things that are getting connected. The Internet of Things, for example, is the idea of everything in the world has to going to have an IP. An IP is an Internet Protocol address. So you have all these gadgets connected to the Internet, and now the cars are going to get connected to the Internet, and we are seeing like not only the cars, so the airplanes too can be hacked. And I think that this is very, very, very scary.
Oh my gosh, yes, it's a catastrophe. It's horrible. It's scary. It's oh my gosh, this is. Now, when we talk about the airplanes and the cars and everything, are you guys concerned about international terrorists hacking into the systems and actually causing a very, very bad situation?
Yeah, I think that this strategy, the national strategy for cyber defense, is now to be in order for the police. The police is the main actor now. So I think that they are aware that the cyber terrorism is going to be in the next months more active, and not only the cyber terrorism. So because the cyber terrorism is like using computers in order to create or doing bad things or cause terrorism, cause terror. So the main problem I think is that all things are going to be hackable. For example, the cars, and you can, for example, have a Jeep and have an approximation to that car, and with a wireless network, they have that thing that is called that the CAN network for cars. That is a thing that connects the Bluetooth with some things in the car and the Wi-Fi, so you can turn on the brakes, and for example, if you are driving very, very fast, a hacker can hack you and cause you to have an accident, for example. I think this is a very scary situation because the the people in the car industry need to expend more money in order to patch these cars and don't release these cars with vulnerabilities, because if you release a car with a vulnerability, the people doesn't know how to patch this car. This is not a computer. This is not Windows to update. This is not like update your antivirus. If you have a car with a vulnerability, it could be a disaster.
My goodness. And your company, what have you done with your company to upgrade your stuff so that you can help combat this as well?
Yeah, for example, our company is like a non-governmental organization. So is the Mexican Organization of Ethical Hackers, and my company is to doing research. For example, we have like hackers doing research all day, and we rent these hackers to the government and the companies. But our main concern thing is that the people need to hire hackers or hire information security professionals or doing penetration testings, doing vulnerability assessments, and things that the people are not doing. So the attacks are getting worse. The cyber criminals are getting more money. This industry, for example, while we are talking, for example, there is going to be more like 200 cyber attacks, So it's very, very active, this thing on the web. So I don't know. Maybe it's not a simple solution. The solution is like the people keep security awareness, to well educate your kids that everything that they click in the web can have, for example, a picture, or can have a virus, or you can get infected by a worm, or there is ransomware that can collect your data and encrypt, and the hackers can encrypt that. So it's very, very complex scenario. So you need to educate your people and see that this computer, for example, for you can be a work tool, but for other people can be a weapon.
My gosh, it is getting to the point where I am just saying I'm going to keep my old little car that doesn't have any computer in it because that is super scary. That is super, super scary. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
The thing that I think that the people need to do, and the U.S. and Mexico and all the organizations need to do around the world, is to keep secure the information that is very, very a strategy for the national security piece. I think that there are very sensitive information right now for the government, so we need to protect that in order to, keep the world peace. I think that it sounds a little critical, a little absurd, but no, I think that the hackers need to become more united in order to keep the world peace.
Yeah. Wow. My gosh. Okay, so being in Mexico, I know that you really don't do a lot of American work, but where can people reach you? Do you have a place where people can actually help out and kind of keep in contact with you?
Yeah, you can reach us at Mexican Organization of Ethical Hackers.org, and my personal email is hector@omhe.org.
I am going to put that down because I want to make sure that we know that this is going on, and it's not just going to affect Mexico, it's going to affect the world.
Yeah.
Wow.
For example, in the last things, I think that I have 2 or 3 tips for the people in order to get more secure. And the first thing that I want to tell the people is don't use internet cafes, don't use the Starbucks network in order to do your bills or do your private information. So keep aware about the Wi-Fi that you are connected. The second thing is that you have to, if you use Windows, Mac, Linux, or whatever operation system you have, you need to have that updated because the worms and the virus are getting every day. So you need to have your software updated. and maybe you can have a lot of time doing this. I know that the Windows update is not very efficient, but it's important to have your software update. And the last maybe is to, if you are going to connect to your office, do that in over VPN, that is virtual private network. So you have all your traffic encrypted from your office to your home. Yeah, in order to avoid the hackers to be in the middle of the conversation and listen to your password and listen to your audios and listen to your calls, or maybe the people need to know that if a hacker have a rootkit. Rootkit is like a root tool to have admin in your system. They can do everything that you do. They can have total control of your computer. So these three tips can keep you out of the hackers.
Thank you so much, Hector. Wow. Tell everybody one more time, please, where they can reach your organization.
It's Mexican Organization of Ethical Hackers, and my personal email is hector@omhe.org.
Wow. Hector, thank you so much for being on the show again. Thank you for updating us. I love when you're on the show. Please continue to do that. That is such an important thing for me, and I think for the world to know what's really going on and why they shouldn't come out with these cars just yet. Thank you again so much.
Thank you to you, Yaya. So glad to be in the show.
It's such a pleasure, and I'm glad I could get you there. I've been waiting for you this entire time.
Okay. See you in the next time.
Next time. Thank you, Hector.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye. And that was Hector. Wow. Just wow. I mean, what can you say? I mean, it's really disheartening, scary. It's a situation, and I hope it never, ever manifests itself into what has gone on in my brain just in the last 10 minutes. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to Dream Chasers Radio. This has been an extended edition, but none to say the least, not for with and without meaning and cause. You can continue to dare to be different, guys. I'm going to go ahead and go, and I'm amazed that you guys have done so much with what you have. It's so talented. Congratulations to all my guests. And again, thank you so much for being an avid listener of Dream Chasers Radio. And we'll talk again soon. This has been Yaya Diamond. And good night, everybody. I did to be different. I did.